As you can see, this is the landing board right here. Goes all the way down, and during the daytime I let them all just kind of go and look out so they can further hone their abilities to figure out where they're at, and you know, it just kind of strengthens their homing ability. This is out to the aviary, which I'll show you. I want to tell you kind of the mechanics of the loft. Basically, see right here, it goes all the way through. It's a great floor, and you'll see we have ventilation down here. And this has got a ceiling that's grated. So basically the wind comes in here and then flows out of those vents that you see right there. So that creates a lot of ventilation. You know, the number one killer of birds is a poorly ventilated loft that creates a lot of disease, moist, damp. So you need a lot of, need it to be very dry. So pigeons are very territorial, and so one of the things they like is they like boxes. They can sit in this box and they can basically defend that territory. You know, this is kind of the equivalent of like a pigeon's room is that right there. So that it's really important to give them areas that they can kind of defend and kind of make their own. I showed you out there, this is the trap. So the birds will come in here. See if one will come in. Doesn't look like it. They might, because they think they're about to get fed. There we go. You can see them starting to come up. They think they're getting fed. So you can see how that works. I'm going to have to give a little bit of food now. So now I'm going to show you the outside part. This is called the racing loft. So this is where all the birds actually race out of, except for this section. Once we get done, okay, so this is the outside. So this is more breeders, individual cages. What's good about the thing about individual cages is it ensures that you're getting birds from where you say they're getting you're getting the birds from the pair that you want. So this bird's actually on eggs right here, so she's sitting on it, and kind of give you an idea. So there's about 13 cages, so they're all just kind of hanging out. This is the rear aviary. I built this to basically give the birds an opportunity to sun in the morning sun, because the morning sun is on this side and the afternoon sun's on that side. So in the morning they all get to come out here, and again they each have their own little perch. They get to defend their own little perch, so it's kind of like their little getaway. So moving on down, this is another breeding loft here. You can see I've got all the boxes, so each one of those pairs is a pair in there, and these guys are, you know, most of them are paired up. There's some that aren't, but most of them are paired up. And these are what I like to call pumpers, foster parents. So what happens is these guys will actually lay eggs at this, and I'll get them on the same laying cycle as the birds in the other loft, and I'll swap the eggs. So I'll throw these eggs out and then put the eggs of the breeding birds in those cages in these nest bowls, and that enables me to basically get more eggs out of my better racers. And these birds end up serving as, you know, like I said, foster parents. These birds in these cages are significant. These birds right here, both of these birds are Clossings, which are a special breed, and they both have siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles that have placed in the top 10 of the $1 Million Pigeon Race. So these birds are tough birds. They're long distance birds, and this hen right here actually bred the number 26th bird in the 2005 $1 Million Pigeon Race that won $27,000. So that's a pretty special bird. She's on her last leg as far as breeding. She's a 1999 bird, so that would put her at about 13 years old, and she's got a couple more years left of her breeding, and then she'll get retired and just get to live her life basically hanging out. So you see each one of these has a perch right here, so you can actually close the breeders in. Oh, looky here, we got a bird with an egg right up here. Interesting. She laid an egg. She didn't want to This is one of the few birds that they don't pick a perch. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes they'll just pick right in the middle of nowhere. So they'll pick. These are nice because the hen can go in here and lay and sit, kind of like what's going on in there. So he can sit on the eggs, and then the cock can sit out here and defend his hen. Now that's that. And this is the kind of the tack room. It's got all the carrying cages and the feed. Thanks a lot.